Good morning, everyone. I thought I was gonna wake up even earlier. Well, actually, I did wake up early, but the thing is, it's already like almost 8 o'clock. I was just getting ready, and well, it took me longer than usual for some reason, but I don't know why. I'm just thoroughly enjoying this. But anyways, today we're gonna continue exploring Verona, and we're gonna go to the Roman arena, and we're gonna also go to other places that's around the city. And today is gonna be another action-packed day, and I'm so excited. Definitely we'll see you there. Wait, is that an 8 o'clock bell? Haven't had breakfast yet. Now come to think of it, when you have a nice accommodation like this one in the middle of some very stunning surroundings, of course you want to spend more time there. Heck, I felt like I could just hang out and relax in my neighborhood without doing anything for a day. Well, I don't really have that kind of luxury this time. There is still a lot of filmings I need to do. Maybe next time when I pick Verona as my first stop to somewhere just to deal with every traveler's best friend, jet lag. Piazza Bra, what is that? Anyways, let's start rolling. I remember seeing a bakery close to the ancient amphitheater of Verona. Why don't we go there for breakfast? I ordered a cappuccino, a cornetto, and, please don't judge me, a tiramisu. I mean, it was my final day in Verona and the Veneto region. Better enjoy this Veneto specialty dessert as much as I could before I leave. Alright, here I am, right in front of the arena. And of course, we're gonna go check it out right now. Can you believe it? The structure in front of our eyes was built nearly 2,000 years ago, during the lifetime of Augustus and Jesus Christ. This amphitheater is also around 40 years older than the Colosseum in Rome. What's more impressive is that today, the Verona Arena is still in use as a venue for performing arts and can house as many as 20,000 people. Yeah, as you can tell, there are seats everywhere. These ones. Again, very bad timing. If I came here at the right time, I would have watched a performance, maybe like an open-air opera. But unfortunately, there were no shows scheduled for today. That means this is only as good as it gets. Hey, At least I know where to watch a good show the next time I visit Verona. This arena is scheduled to host the closing ceremony of the 2026 Winter Olympics, as well as the opening ceremony of the 2026 Winter Paralympics. I'm sure that I'll see how the Verona arena will shine on the world stage if there are no change of plans by then.
As you can see on the stage, there are mountains and medieval houses. Pretty sure there was an opera performance, or will be an opera performance on this stage.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adolgino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adolgino d'amor.
This amphitheater, in my opinion, is probably the only attraction that's worth paying an admission ticket to see in Verona. Of course, it will work even better if you get to see a performance there. Being the only attraction that was kind of on my checklist for Verona, the rest of my final full day in the city will be relatively stress-free.
So today I'm gonna slow down a little bit since Verona is not really a big city, and I kind of already know where to go, and the city is very easy to navigate. And in the past couple days, I would say it was really busy and kind of a little bit chaotic because I was just running all over the place. But the thing is, today I can finally slow down a little bit and really enjoy La Dolce Vita. So if you have liked our series so far, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you won't miss another video. And of course, that's also the biggest support to this channel and my work.
After relaxing in the park for a bit and read about what else might be interesting to see in Verona, I found out that there was a church in the outskirts of the city where allegedly Romeo and Juliet got married. Basilica di San Zeno Maggiore. The church itself required admission, which was on a combo ticket to see many other church buildings across Verona. I had already seen too many churches by that point during our Veneto adventure, so I did not feel the urge to go in. I mean, crossing off bucket lists is one thing, but in many occasions, you don't really need to see everything. Just go with your feelings. The most fun moments of traveling come from things you probably never planned. In my case, watching a group of students having fun in front of Basilica di San Zeno Maggiore was the best memory of this place I could ever have. If I just went in and checked out something that did not impress me that much, then I'd rather skip the place and spend the time on experiences that actually matter to me. Following the riverbank towards the historic city center area, I reached Castel Vecchio, the old castle. This complex was built in the 14th century by the local della Scala family who ruled Verona at the time, before Verona's annexation by the Republic of Venice in the following century. The castle's interior serves as a museum, where you need to pay for a visit. However, walking around the castle's exterior is mostly free and open to all. You'll find some features of this castle to be very similar to remaining sections of the city wall, such as the one you see near the Verona Arena. That's because this castle and the city wall were integral parts of Verona's old fortification and defense systems. At the time of the complex's construction, the bridge that connects the castle to the other side of the riverbank, today known as Castel Vecchio Bridge, had the longest span compared to any other bridges in the world. It still looks very impressive today, and is definitely a highlight of Verona that's well worth a visit. Once crossing the Castel Vecchio bridge, we're in Verona's arsenal area. While there is little to see in the actual Austro-Hungarian era arsenal, it is a good place to see Castel Vecchio as a whole. Looking towards the city center, you see Ponte della Vittoria, a bridge built during the fascist rule that's dedicated to the Italian victory against the invading Austro-Hungarian Empire, who had the intention to take back the territories it once ruled in World War I. This bridge connects the arsenal area to Verona's historic city center. Before we go any further, why don't we have lunch first? I found an unassuming restaurant hidden in a residential zone that appeared to be a local hangout place. I ordered tagliatelle al ragu and mixed salad with some local white wine. I'm glad that I picked a solid restaurant once again. After lunch, I crossed Ponte della Vittoria back to the historic city center. Because it was my final full day, and a majority of sites I wanted to see were already crossed off my bucket list, I decided to explore my way back to my accommodation so I could take a break from the harsh afternoon sun. On my way to Ponte Pietra, the ancient Roman stone bridge very close to my air-conditioned loft, I passed by an area with rather impressive yet rustic buildings.
Yeah, let's not forget that the city of Verona itself is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
I actually made a mistake by crossing the river early, via Ponte Garibaldi. Whatever, I'll just explore this part of Verona then, as long as the river walk will lead me all the way back to my accommodation. A quick nap and 2 shots of espressos later, I returned to Verona's historic city center. This time, I found out that Verona, just like Rome, had foundations of old buildings right underneath the modern streets. Some of the buildings were even built directly onto old architectures, like Porta Leoni, the city's old gate during the ancient Roman time. Compared to the morning, I realized that the area around the Verona Arena became much less crowded. Many tourists and bus tour groups simply come to Verona on day tours. When they leave the city in the late afternoon, Verona becomes a magical place for those who choose to stay overnight. And those who stick around a bit longer were rewarded with surprises they might not see when the city was packed with day trippers just a few hours earlier. I had my final dinner of our Veneto adventure at a restaurant close to Piazza delle Erbe. I had polenta with tripe and one last tiramisu. It was in the evening that Verona all of a sudden became the romantic city that I had always imagined. I didn't come to the city for romantic feelings. Watching kids playing football in the city square was good enough for me to end my final full day in Verona. Just when I was about to check in my return flight for the next day, it was then that I realized that the airlines sent me an email a while ago, saying that my flight first thing in the morning had been moved to the afternoon, and my new flight would leave from Venice Marco Polo about 100 kilometers away instead of Verona. Oh well, maybe I should have paid more attention to my email box. Our adventure in Veneto unexpectedly stretched a little bit longer than expected. What will happen? And where are we going after Veneto? Find out in the next episode.